I don't know what the hell's going on. Hang on, guys. Sorry. Okay. I'm not sure what's happening, so bear with me. I do apologize. We are having just a day. Hi. Okay, we're going to try this again. Jeff Meacham, Aaron Rift. This is Talk Wrestling across the Jeff Meacham Network Multiverse of Media. I'm not sure why the damn wrong things kept running, but anyway. Some of you, I'm sure, are aware by now. And if you missed our stream on NoDQ.com that Aaron put up before the All-In predictions, as well as the All-In prediction stream itself, we have had another loss in the wrestling world, 2 in back-to-back days, Aaron. I know this is not exactly the most fun part of our respective jobs, doing the coverage of wrestling we've done, you for 25, me being part of NoDQ for 20. Wyndham Rotunda, Bray Wyatt, 36 years old this morning, apparently, according to the tweet from Triple H. This is after losing Terry Funk yesterday, which was expected, a long time coming with Terry. He'd been in ill health for a while, but just here we are again, brother. You know, I had a whole was going to let the questions rain today, as I always do on Talk Wrestling, like I've done for 15 years or 16 years now. And instead, we have to come together and talk about tragedy in wrestling. So I know we talked a lot about it earlier, but I just want to again get your thoughts now, as we've had a couple hours at least to process.
We do have an update about Bray Wyatt.
Yes.
Earlier this month, Sean Ross Sapp reported that there was a health issue that was potentially life-threatening, but he was apparently close to being cleared to return.
Yes.
Now, obviously, we got the news about Bray Wyatt's death from Triple H. Right. And Sapp tweeted out that he was given permission to share information about what happened.
Yes.
So, according to him, Wyatt got COVID earlier this year, and there were complications, heart issues, and that's why he did not come back.
Right. It's become a common thing that COVID tends to be for lack of a better term, a gateway disease or ailment to something else, and it sits with you. A lot of us have had the Rona now in the last 3 years, but most people I know have been able to get past it and been able to go back to their lives. Bray apparently had a heart condition that was onset by the COVID, and again, you know, whatever else you believe about the journalists in the wrestling world, apparently it was a heart attack, which is just awful. 36 years old. Like I said in our stream earlier, younger than both of us. He's got 2 young children with JoJo. He's got kids from his previous marriage, previous relationship, whatever it was. And it's, I forget which one of the guys on the panel said it. It is never the natural flow of life for children to bury their parents. It is just not, at least that young. I mean, you know, your dad passed away a few years ago, and that was awful. But you know, we're all getting a little older ourselves these days. So that was, and you know, Zook, you know, it's what it was. But like 36 years old, he's got babies, man. It's just a horrible thing. And you know, on the other side, Terry Funk, you know, his entire life was wrestling, and we saw a lot of the sacrifices that Terry made for wrestling, that Blaustein documented in the Beyond the Mat. It's I can't express enough how horrible dementia, Alzheimer's, whatever you want to call it, is. Multiple people in my family itself, as well as families of loved ones that I hold near and dear, have been afflicted by it. It's just, they're both, I mean, any passing you have in life is never easy. But both of those, a heart attack at 36 and having to have a prolonged battle with something that is ripping the very essence of you away, is they're both just tragic and awful. And we have a super chat from everybody, Walter, who wanted to be on tonight, and I appreciate wanting to be on, Walter. I told everybody, open mic night's going to be a completely open door Saturday after the Promotion Redacted pay-per-view. So I'm on my channel, NWA, by God, whatever. But open mic night's completely open. Anybody that wants to come on, we'll do what Aaron did on 250 review. Just rotate them out, because I know people are going to want to talk about Bray. I want to talk about Terry, and talk about whatever happens on the pay-per-view Saturday night. So, but Walter says, R.I.P. Bray Wyatt, so tragic. SmackDown should be a full-on tribute show, or at least the 10-bell salute. My heart goes out to everyone in his family. Yeah, it's sad. I had a 10-bell queued up, ready to go for Terry all week, and now I got to go in and alter it, because it's what it is. You have the unique view, Aaron, of being in a family who your father was in the business. He worked with Terry at the turn of the century, and I'm sure, working with the personalities your dad worked with over the years, I'm sure you got to hear stories about Terry and everything that he's contributed to the business.
Yeah, I mean, Terry Funk was a not so much of a shocker, but very sad. And my dad got a chance to manage him. Not manage him, actually, he managed the guy that wrestled against Terry Funk in 2001. In the PWG arena, if you want to call it arena, in Reseda.
Yeah, the old Legion Hall that packed 600 to 300 because they're insane out there in the valley.
Yeah, but that was like a lifelong dream come true, because he wanted to be in wrestling and he got a chance to be in it a little bit, and you get to work with one of the guys you idolize like that. That is so cool. But yeah, Terry Funk lived a full life, as we mentioned earlier. Bray Wyatt, it's just so tragic. A heart attack at 36, and people are going to come out with their conspiracies, and I'm already seeing the comments, and I'm not going to say anything about them. I think it's ridiculous, and I think that people need to just let it be. Like with Brody Lee, people are coming up with all these conspiracy theories and saying things, trying to turn it into a political opinion. Like, don't do it. So many people are mourning, and it's just an absolute tragedy. And let the family heal and deal with this. And it's just so hurtful to say, well, maybe it was this, maybe it was that. Like, just don't do it, man. It's like, let it be, leave it alone.
The very last line of Triple H's tweet was respect the family's privacy. Yes. And I completely understand the outcry against Sean for putting it out there, but he was very quick to point out in a follow-up tweet, the family wanted clarification out there, so that shit wouldn't be going on.
Right. So that is that.
Yeah.
Let it be. Leave it at that. And just very sad. And as far as where things go from here, WWE announced that they will be donating any money from merchandise that will be going towards his family, which is a very classy thing to do. And apparently they are going to do something on SmackDown. I would think that they are going to drop whatever plans they had. John Cena was supposed to be on this show, and he may still be there in some kind of tribute for Bray Wyatt.
No, he'll be there. No, that was for next week, for September 1st.
My bad. Sorry. So I suspect they're scrapping whatever plans they had for SmackDown this week.
Right.
And it's just going to be a Bray Wyatt tribute, as I think it should, like what they did with Eddie Guerrero and Owen Hart, just let the 2 hours be in memory of Bray Wyatt.
Well, we very well may see John after all, because John and Bray had a tremendous pair of rivalries. The one in 2014 that we all kind of lamented, it really went nowhere for Bray, unfortunately. But I offered up earlier in the stream earlier that Firefly Funhouse scenario at WrestleMania 36 was fun to watch, and I didn't want to get too far sideways with everybody in the room, but getting to hear John's thoughts about that match after the fact was really cool. He was glad to be able to do it for Bray, because even he was like, yeah, the feud in 2014 just did not go the way it should have gone. And, it was unfortunate that Bray continued to get roadblocks put in front of him on creative fronts, because the guy, Virtue said it so many times on the No DQ review and on streams he's been on. That guy very much reminds me of a Jake the Snake Roberts, of a Raven, Scott Levy. If they were able to take that creative lightning they have in their heads and be able to get either themselves as a character or be able to lay out their own presentation, man, they could rule the business. Raven always had that mind. Jake did when he was clean. Bray Wyatt was another one, man. It's Bray Wyatt. We always thought he would be going into movies in the future, right? It always seemed like he would be able to either be in WWE, and do his thing there, or go into movies and do his thing there. But I know it's past well past your usual time of going taking off for the night. So I do appreciate you being in here.
Yep,
I just wanted to make sure that we made it clear that the entire No DQ Galaxy, the team, the Multiverse of Media team, is all united on this, and we wish nothing but well for Wyndham's family and his close friends. And thank you, boss. I know you're going to recap SmackDown one or the other tomorrow, whatever
they do. I plan on doing a live stream after SmackDown, and it'll probably just be more about Bray Wyatt. So tune in for that. And then, of course, All In is Sunday, and we got our predictions up on the channel.
Yeah. So I don't know. I forget if you were on or paying attention when I was doing the plugs on the review the other night. The fans of my streams and JJ streams, your teams, tried to pool the money together, and they were super chatting for us karaoke. Yes, but we reached our goal. When I go to this crazy event on Friday, or tomorrow rather, out in Arizona, let me see if I can. I'll find it. Give me a second. It's not in here. But anyway, I'm going to be going live on the way to Arizona to see the Nikki and Bree show at the Gila River Resort. I'll be on the air at 7:00 4 Pacific. I may be across the multiverse if that's okay with you. No DQ as well. But whatever footage I get, once it goes on open mic night, we'll definitely talk about it, because I've been encouraged to approach and try to make some sort of peace or conversation with John Laurinaitis. So once I give my team the scoop, dude, No DQ will get all the video footage, because Lord knows that should be fun. But thank you, boss. Appreciate it. Again, thank you for everything over the last 22 years this year. Bananas, man. Or 21 years. So thank you, brother. See you soon.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Take care, Jeff. Have a great night.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. All right. I am going to get into the chat room here since I can, and I appreciate everybody coming in. I saw the questions coming in. I just wanted to make sure I let Aaron do his thing, and we wanted to make it clear that we were a united front tonight, because that is what it is all about. Daniel said, "R.E.P. Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk. Cherish your life. Tomorrow's not promised. Prayers sent to JoJo and the kids and the Funk family from me until we meet again." And it looks like they're going to at least put part of a tribute to SmackDown tomorrow night on for Bray. And Joey Perez, first Terry and now Bray. This is sad. Absolutely. Can't believe we lost Bray Wyatt. Josh sending the eternal rest grant onto Wyndham Rotunda. R.I.P. Bray. Everybody just echoing the same thing. It looks like they did scrap at least part of what's going on in SmackDown tomorrow. We'll see. JJ was in earlier. I saw him pop in. I just didn't have a chance to hit the chat room, Jay. So thank you again. Walter, thank you for the super chat. Mohammed, thank you. It's just so sad. I agree. And, it's one of those things, Walter, that, again, we were asked, by Triple H to respect privacy, and but we were also at the same time reported by whoever Sean or whoever else would have said it, that that the family wanted clarification out there in the media. That way they would be able to be left alone. Yeah, that's a fair point, Jay. And how long ago was that? Just a couple minutes ago. Probably won't be a full-on tribute, but they'll definitely, I'm sure, pay respects and do the 10 bell. You got to do one for Terry, unfortunately, already. So there is that. So, yes, horrible news. And I appreciate everybody being here. I know we got a lot of people across the multiverse. All our channels are watching right now. So thank you guys again for being here for this. I do want to talk about the other bit of wrestling related news, if you want to call it that. I'm not going to get too far into it because it is very politically based. But I don't have the 10 bell for Bray. I do have it for Terry, and I'll run that at the end. I was supposed to do it yesterday and I forgot. So that's my bad. Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, whatever it was. Anyway, WWE Hall of Famer, arrested, mugshot, and booked the whole nine for the former president, WWE Hall of Famer Donald Trump, and we'll see where that goes. People are gonna say what they want to say, be what they want to be, believe what they want to believe about the former president. I've not been quiet of how I feel, but it's in a political show, and I don't think it should be made that. Again, guys, it's one of those things. It's almost cliche, cherish your families, hug your loved ones close, because tomorrow isn't promised. But I will say that regardless of what has been said across messages, across videos, across phone calls tonight, I love being a part of this community, the multiverse of media, the New DQ Galaxy, everything. I love being a part of it. I am grateful to have been a part of building this little crazy group of people that I come to cherish being a part of every single week on multiple streams. So thank you guys again. Don't worry about it, Josh. I'm going to sign out, but I do know that Braun Strowman has been talking about it, or has been just know that I know that Braun was aware and was making a statement. So again, I don't want to go too long. I honestly need to get off of here and get packed because I got to get on the road for Arizona in the morning. But I did want to do Talk Wrestling this week, as I promised I would. And I want to make sure that all of these channels over here had a little live content on Thursday, because otherwise I wouldn't have been going on. So thank you to everybody who has been here the last 20 minutes. I appreciate it. Again, thank you everybody who tuned into the stream earlier for Aaron. Thank you everybody who tuned in to the No DQ predictions for All In. Lots of stuff going on in the next little while. This weekend, we will have over on the members section of the Cassian Studios, Noah and JJ's call of Chris Benoit versus Randy Orton from 2004, excuse me. God, it's bad. SummerSlam. Again, just a lot of really cool stuff. Also going up, I believe tomorrow, JJ said, the Destruction of the Shield on his Renegades Reviews Wrestling in the members only section. That's part of his usually a Throwback Thursday, but a little bit of a crazy day today. Predictions for All In will be Friday on the Simply Predicting side of things with Noah Foster and company, and they will have their predictions for Impact Wrestling's Emergence pay-per-view coming up Saturday night, August 26th, this Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern. You can check out Meach's Musings tomorrow, coming up at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific. I will be live in the car with my buddy Kalea. We'll be heading out to Arizona to go see Nikki and Brie live in person. And then off we go to the races. It's just going to be absolutely batshit. We've got NWA 75 coming up, our coverage of that on Saturday night, followed by Open Mic Night, which will be, again, heavy on discussion of Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt and everything that's been going on in the world of professional wrestling. I'm sure somebody will super chat about Trump, so we'll talk about that too. And then Sunday is the big day. Emergence will end the night for us at over on Impact Wrestling's website and across their social medias and their I believe Fight TV. And then first thing in the morning, I believe we're going to be on at 8 o'clock, maybe even 9 o'clock. Bananas. But All In, we'll be covering it all day long, folks, so stay tuned for that. That is everything going on this weekend, and I love that you brought this up, Josh, but I'll get to that in a second. I see JJ's comment there. For the record, Mike Night will be not just a tribute show. There'll be discussion about both Bray and Funk. We'll also have other topics. Yes, yeah. Like I said, there will be a lot of things brought up this weekend. There's a lot to talk about. So again, we'll be talking about the NWA pay-per-view. We'll be talking about what's to come the next day, and of course, we'll be talking about Bray and Terry and probably the former president. And Josh, with the eerie coincidence, LA Knight, the last superstar managed by Paul Bearer, the last superstar to wrestle Bray Wyatt. Very surreal, but there you go. Sean Ricker is a gem in this business, and I hope LA Knight definitely gets his due here very, very soon. Thank you guys very much again. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys sticking around. I know it's late for a lot of you because it's Thursday night, and I'm usually on Thursday. So thank you guys again. We'll see you tomorrow for all the things across the multiverse. Until then, I am the Meach. Good night.